What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Subnautica, and I'll tell you what, Subnautica, we're playing another episode, and in today's episode, there's a little bit of explaining at the front end. So my hard drive crashed while I was recording the previous episode, not the one that you saw, but a previous episode that will never be put up because hard drive died midway through the recording and corrupted the whole thing. So anyways, luckily enough, it was kind of a filler episode. I don't like to call any of my content filler episodes, but you know what? I know what I am here on the internet. And so anyways, we went and we got what ended up happening anyways in the 15 minutes I went, and I was able to unlock, let's have a look here, the Seamoth upgrade console right there. And I have the materials for it too that I farmed up, so that's easy enough. I will in this episode show you where I got that so that you're aware of where you can go to get that if you end up playing the game yourself. And then I will also make you aware of a bug that exists in the game right now. So if you have any construction inside of your Seamoth bay that you have not concluded as of right now, so let's say I was putting in a window right here, you will not be able to place this console. It's a bug that's been around for a while. I don't know if it's actually like a game engine thing where you can't build two upgrades on one thing at the same time, but just be aware that it can be difficult to see from the inside if you've got a construction going on. And so like let's say you put a window on the outside, you might not be able to tell from the inside until it's completed, in which case this won't place no matter how hard you try. So just make sure that all of your construction is concluded here. It's all done and taken care of. And then you should be able to slap this in. And you can put it on essentially any wall that you want. You just kind of have to get it around. I personally prefer to kind of put it at somewhere where it's not going to be in the way. Right there seems all right. It will dig an alcove out of the wall. It's not that big of a... Like the wall will expand outwards in case you were wondering. And I don't think we can go right there, but we can go right there. I normally get out of the pool on that side. So let's just do it right here, shall we? Now, this is one of the best things that you can unlock in the game because this actually gives you protections from the things that are outside that want to hurt you. And it also allows you to customize your Seamoth, which is exactly what we're going to do right now. So let's jump into our Seamoth. I'm going to drag this back on up, get the suction cups attached, and we will now go, Seamoth docked. It also puts these crazy wall letters. I've always wanted those. Like when you see those in sci-fi movies where there's no screen, it's just like your wall has some kind of like camouflage, I don't know. It's got some kind of particulate thing going on where it can make letters on the wall and stuff like that without you having to worry about it. We can actually name it right now. I am going to name this the HMS Bungworm. There we go. It's the Bungworm. Huzzah. I call it the Bung Bug, but that seems like it get complicated to say. We can also change the color of it. I do wish this font was a little bit larger. It looks like they've got enough screen space to where if they scooted this over a tad, they could up the size right there. I can't see what it says. And so this one right here I think is like the main color. So yeah, if you wanted to go like edgy and have like goth ship, you can do that. I mean, it's up to you. We can also go with colors if you would like. I don't know what color I would paint mine. Red seems like a pretty smart idea, all things considered, because it'll stand out against the blue. It'll make it easier to see. And so let's go for like let's go for a ridiculously... I don't really like red as a color. Too aggressive for me. I like softer colors. But we've got stripe 1, which it's that one right there. Actually, that looks kind of cool. It's got like a Metal Man thing going. Was Metal Man gray and brown, or was gray and red? I don't know, but that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I could live with that. And then stripe 2 with the accent color. Oh, that's actually on the top, and then it's the remainder of everything else. Okay, so let's take this down to 2 colors, and I'll see if I can get that fitted up. Now, this one right here, this one's the name. It's the color that the name is written in, and so I would actually like that. I would like for the name to be written in gold, as it were. So that seems like a nice gold color right there. Let's have a look real fast and see how that looks, because you can never tell until you actually... Okay, it doesn't stand out. Maybe I should do it in caps, too. It's the Bungworm! There we go, instead of the Bungworm. That's going to need to be brighter, though, if we want it to stand out. A little bit less orange, I think. Methinks less orange. Let's try that. It's still not standing out real well. I'm a little bit confused as to why some of these seem to have recolored. I don't know if it's a lighting thing in here, but that one didn't recolor, whereas the other ones did. Maybe we'll try something a little bit more, I don't know, monochrome. There we go. We'll try white real fast and see how that goes. to stand out better. It must just be the color. It's got to just be the color of the background that's making it look kind of grayish and weird, because that should be like all white all day every day, I'm thinking. And then what we could do is, oh, that's, I didn't want to do that. Let's take that back on down. Okay, that seems about right. Let's get those colors matched up as closely as possible. That seems about right. Yay. And then this is for the interior. If you wanted to be super baller, we could put black leather in there. But I'm feeling like this is the kind of vehicle where you want like a nice leather color. I will get it. We're going to Mercedes the shit out of this thing. It's hard to get brown colors in here. Let's try that. What's my interior look like right now? Yeah, comfy and cozy. Although it's weird that the backside, is there multiple interior colors that I can do here? So it looks like some of it is going to be locked as white no matter what you do. I still think it looks good. We got kind of like a nice coffee color in there. It's looking pretty sweet. I think we could do better. I mean, if you really wanted it to look dope, you would put white in there. I think white would probably look the best, but meh, I'm happy with where we're at, and we can change it whenever we want. It doesn't cost us anything. Now, the real thing that's important here is that now we have access to new crafting, as far as I know. We should be able to make, like, torpedoes and missiles and all kinds of little things over here. I think we've got access upgrades. That's where we actually equip the upgrades right there, if you wanted to do such. This over here... Ah, it's on its own fabricator. I forgot about that. It's been a little while since I played around with some of the stuff. So we can get a storage module. Basically, it puts a trunk in there so that you can store your junk. Not bad. You can take a hull reinforcement, which means that when things hit you, you don't take damage quite as bad. We can also make vortex torpedoes, but we need a torpedo bay for that to work. And so we've got the torpedo system right there. It requires magnetite and a computer chip. The computer chips shouldn't be too bad. I should have most of the things that are required in order to slot together the computer chips. So we'll have a look right here. Oh, it's nighttime right now. That's funsies. I'm going to drink some water to keep myself hydrated while we wait. But in order to make, I think we needed silver, we needed coral, and we needed quartz in order to make ourselves the computer chip. The magnetite is something that we either have or we don't have, and I'm hoping we have it. We have mercury, we have silver, we have lithium. There's our magnetite right there. Magnetite is actually just an iron oxide. That's really all that it is. It's just a polarized stone. Like, it's tested for magnetism. You know? There it is. Now that that's out of the way, we need to make this computer chip, which I think, yeah, we should have the stuff already on hand. I did my farming. I told you I was going to do some of it. Unfortunately, a lot of the farming that I did was wasted on the previous episode getting things set up for this one, so I deconstructed them so that I could reconstruct them on camera and all that kind of stuff. We got the magnetite with us. We definitely need the torpedo system. Among the things that you should absolutely install on your Seamoth, you need it. The gas pods, I don't know where we get gas pods from. My assumption is that you get gas pods from those critters that drop them, and you got to grab them before they explode, maybe? Possibly. Not totally sure on that one. The gas bombs are way, way better. The normal torpedoes will run enemies off and hurt them, and they put them inside of like a stun thing. The gas torpedoes actually like physically make them retreat, and as far as I understand, it even works on big stuff like the Reapers. So just something to consider right there. Let's do some normal torpedoes for right now. There we are, some little deterrent torpedoes. I'm going to make 6 of them because I like to have lots and lots of ammo on board. Oh, my inventory is full. Okay. And I think it comes with a full load of torpedoes, too. Like, I'm 80% sure you get a full load of torpedoes along with this whole thing. And then, I don't remember exactly how torpedo storage works. I think it's, like, down and on the front over here. Let's see. I think torpedo storage... I may have to get out. It's in, like, one of these little areas over here. Let's get inside the Seamoth first, and we'll take it to a more accessible area. Cool. Drop down a little ways, and then we'll hop out. And I think the torpedo bay, yeah, there it is right there. And it's got 2 torpedoes inside of it. Sounds great to me. We'll drop some torpedoes in. This will be one of those times where I feel like the storage bay is also probably a pretty smart choice. it might be one of those things where it'll make our life a little bit easier with regards to carrying our ammunition around. I forgot that it comes with a load of torpedoes, and so I would have only made the 3 had I known. But let's make the storage bay. I have no titanium, so that might get a little bit difficult. The other thing that we really want is we want the depth compensator that allows you to go down deeper. So the pressure compensator right there is actually pretty difficult to craft. The plasteel ingot is going to be the one that you're going to have to run against pretty hard. So just be aware that the plasteel ingot's going to take some effort. I think it involves the usage of stalker teeth. And then, aside from the stalker teeth, I'm going to put some eggs in there too. We need some bigger critters so that I can feed them to the bioreactor. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but the big creatures power that bioreactor for like ever. Inside of here, nothing in there. Plug of the butt, we got nothing in there. There's an egg. Plug of the butt is full. Let me drop off a torpedo for a minute though, just so I can move things around a little bit. Grab these eggs, and we'll throw those inside of our aquarium, and we'll see what happens. We're also hungry, so this is a great opportunity for us to pick up a little bit of seafood dinner while we're out and about. A little bit of sashimi. And, or if you want these to work, seriously, just chuck them in here. That's how it works. Just chuck those little sumbitches in here. I would love to have the stalker eggs. They're kind of cool looking. I like the way the embryo looks. It kind of reminds me of a shark egg where you can see them like moving. They got those little tea bag things that they do. I don't know. What do I feel like eating today? Peepers seem to be getting a little overpopulated, so we'll take them. And in addition, I'd like to top off my stats. So, let's do that. I need to climb down this way. We'll go back out. Our house is turning into a labyrinth of places that I need to find at any given moment. Power's a little bit low, but as the sun comes up, we should recover perfectly fine. We are breaking even on our power expenditures, which is very, very nice. I accept that. That is something that I'm not upset about at all. However, we can do better with our power, and when the time comes, I will focus on having more power, because at the end of the day, I am a Sith, not a Jedi. Increasing my power sounds great to me. Filtered water, get that in us. We are 100% ready to go. We got a bunch of lithium sitting around, so I'll probably drop some of this off in here. Do I have any dead batteries? I do have a dead battery, and I'm doing all this maintenance bullshit, and technically I could have had that charging the entire time and just didn't do it properly. As for the rest of this, it'd probably be smart for us to put another storage locker in, because it does look like I'm a little bit low on space. Let me take my semi-precious stuff. We'll throw that back inside of there. We've got the salt deposits and everything else that are a little bit better than titanium. That should hold us for a little while. The rebreather has me concerned because I got to get close to radiation, unfortunately, in order to show you guys where we got the rest of the stuff, but like you're deep down enough to where it messes with you. Sea Glide extra O2 tank. It's amazing how that space disappears, ain't it? I need another storage locker. So let's get another wall locker here. We'll put you... I think I had them kind of lined up like so. Is that lined up with the line on the wall? It is. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. We'll put that up like right there. There's no guarantee that this is going to be perfect compared to the ones on the other side of the room. Oh, I needed quartz for this. I always forget that I need quartz to make the lockers. For whatever reason, I always assume that they're just made out of titanium and that's all there is to it. Does it look like it's at the same height? I do wish you could move stuff. Like, some games allow you to move things once they're placed by pressing, like, the E key or, like, the Q key or whatever, and you can just drag and drop it around. It'd be nice for the little adjustments, but I'm not going to feel anal about it right now. I'm not going to focus too heavily. The other thing, how much titanium do I have left? I mean, we could really kind of go, we could go kind of non-fish vegan right now if we really, really wanted to. Well, we need more titanium. I think that's going to be the biggest part of our adventure here, is that titanium is necessary. If I throw the torpedoes on the ground in here, is the game going to get upset with me, or is it going to hurt my base, or how is that going to function? You know, ideally, I should have put the locker in here, and I could have called it weapons storage. Let me try and drop one of these right now. Yeah, it won't let me drop inside, and I think that's to counteract the bug. There used to be a bug where if you drop something in your house, it would, like, damage the walls and do all kinds of, like, integral damage to the whole thing. It was nasty. It was a little bit troublesome, and once the water starts to rush in around your ears, if you don't panic, you're a braver man than I. I'd be like, well, looks like we're getting a new house. Forget it. Let me grab that quartz right there, and we'll put a locker in. Inside. Oh, you could put lockers in hallways, too? Oh, that's like an interesting turn of events. I was not aware that you could do some of the stuff that it's actively saying I can do right now. We'll put you in, like, right there. That seems like a pretty good centering job. We'll rename it boom booms. There it is. And so now that the boom boom locker has been named, we'll drop a bunch of torpedoes in there, and that's the type of inventory that I like to see before I go out on these death-defying adventures. And obviously, I gotta show you guys how to use the torpedoes right now. They are pretty swell. What you'll notice is that our hotbar changes when we're inside of here. Let's go find something to torpinate, shall we? That's my torpedoing as a verb is kind of lame. I like torpedating. We'll torpedate these little bitches. There's got to be one of those little sandy bastards down here. We'll see if we can get him. Sandy bastard, where are you, sandy bastard? Sandy bastard, would you like to be hunted and destroyed? How are you feeling about being hunted and destroyed, sandy bastard? Oh yeah, we can make the stasis rifle too. Another thing that I had time to grab the recipe for while I was out. There's one. I hear him. All right, we got this. Gotta go chase him down, though. Hopefully I don't miss. The torpedoes are not swift, so lead a little bit. They move kind of slowly. Once he turns back around and decides he actually wants to come after me, is he actually going to eat that fish? Huh. Ah, shit. Well, there goes a torpedo, and it has a cooldown. It gives you a little suction vortex right here. Things will get sucked into it. It's actually pretty useful for gathering fish. If there's a bunch of fish around or anything that you want to gather, you can use the torpedoes as like a gathering utility too. It's your call. There's no limit on the kind of stuff you can do with these things. Just be creative about it. Have a good time. The sky is the limit along with your imagination. I don't know what those are right there, but they look interactable, so let me... Looks kind of pink when you put it in the water, don't it? Ah, well, not that upset about it. A coral shell plate. What happens if I... Can I break this? I don't think it's breakable yet. We can scan it, probably. Oh, no, we can't scan it yet. Must not be put into the game just yet. Okay, cool. Inside the sea moth we go. I've got salt over here, but what I'm really looking for is large amounts of refuse and a little bit of coral. I'm sorry, I'm looking for metal refuse and some quartz would be fantastic. Where are we right now with relation to the Aurora? With the Aurora, oh, we're safe. Okay. There are some things out here that are to be worried about, but we can keep on trucking, I think, without having to worry too much about our safety. Got something along the bottom right there. Is this still limestone right here? Or is this a higher grade of mineral? All the limestone in the audience right now getting all butthurt and upset. Just be like, hey! I am what I am. I had no control over this. They made me what they made me. There's quartz. Yes, please. Oh, there's a bunch of quartz over here. That's good because I need to square away with this shit. Fantastic. We got some rock herpes over here if you're into that. I don't think these actually break off, though. Like, I don't know. I was looking at them a minute ago. Well, in my stream playthrough anyways. And I couldn't seem to get it sorted out. I'm going to stay away from that somewhat dubious appearing grouping of moving soil there. I have no sound at the moment, but I don't hear anything too bad. I think it's probably just a continuation of the red grass biome. Down here, we've got some kind of thing going on. I don't know what the shit this is. Check it out, though, just to say that we did. That's quartz. I'm looking for diamond is actually what I really, really want so that we can start cutting away some of those bulkheads once we make the little welder or the cutter thingy. I want the cutter bad. I want the cutter real, real bad. I'll grab some salt while I'm over here. Why not?
Caution. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah, I don't know where I left the sea moth, so you know what? We're just going to go and do this the hard way. It's around somewhere, but by the time I find it, I run the risk of drowning, so we'll surface for some air for a minute. Alright, cool stuff. Sea moth, where did you go? There you are. Wow, I got a long way from that thing. I wasn't expecting to actually wander that far. Never did no wandering. Yep, never expected to actually do that. Alright, so we got kind of out there. Still, I do think we should investigate this biome down here. I don't know if we'll be able to do it without the pressure compensator, but YOLO, I guess? I don't know.
Caution. Passing safe depth.
It looks like we can get deep down far enough. I'm not aware of any threats down here, like there may or may not be. Blood oil. Weren't we looking for that? I think blood oil was like a thing that we needed previously to build something. And I couldn't really recall, can you grow these? I wonder if I can grow these in my little plots, because that would save me a trip every single time to go and get blood oil. It's oily goo. Okay, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. Is there anything else down here that looks incredibly useful? Got quartz. It actually looks like this is like the primo location to get myself a shit ton of quartz. What is this green shit? Uraninite. Helps you pee better.
Caution. 30 seconds of oxygen.
Alright, calm down. I'm doing my thing. Clocking my game. It's alright. See, in this environment, our boat looks like it kind of has like a bloody color, too. I gotta take this stuff back to base, and I don't exactly know what direction we went out to actually find this zone, but the oily, I wonder if I can plant that, or if there's any way for me to, like, get a sample from that tree so that I can grow it next to my base and not have to worry about going out all the time. What the shit is that right there? Huh. Oh, it's got collision. I don't know what it is, but it's got collision, so whatever, who cares? Let's continue back this way. We've got a little bit of a return trip to do. This episode probably not going to be that fruitful. I need to go find diamonds. I need to find all kinds of random stuff in order to make my life easier. I think we should be lining up on being able to craft the Cyclops pretty soon, too. I have my doubts that the Cyclops is going to be that difficult to throw together with all the stuff we got going on. I've got to check my mobile vehicle bay thing, but I think we should have the stuff required. Let me weld you back up real fast, because I know my little Pinkie Pie friend over here is always taking damage. Up to the top. I swear to God, it's not pink. It's like a bright red color. But once you mix colors, that's what happens. You end up with like pastels and all kinds of random colors in there. So to make the... Where is my constructy thing? I put it... There it is. Okay, so my constructy thing is up here. Am I there? Like, am I ready to make the Cyclops? If so, I have a hard time imagining. We're not there with the Cyclops, so we're missing something. What we're missing, I'm not really sure of, because I haven't played since they made it modular and made it so you had to track down all the pieces. So we have the hull. We have, I think, we've got the power assembly and the command assembly. But other than that, I guess we'll just have to look around a little bit more. I've heard there's an Arctic zone, like, off that way that they're getting ready to put in, where it gets a little bit warmer and a little bit colder and a little bit more dangerous. But for right now, since we can't make the Cyclops, I'm not going to focus on that at all. Instead, I'm going to focus on kitting out our Seamoth and putting spinners on it and getting all kinds of badass whistle tips and all kinds of cool shit for our car. Make the car go whoop! Okay, so woo woo! So it's oily goo. So what was this used for? This was used for something, and I can't quite recall what it was used for. Oh, we make benzene out of it. Okay, so that'll help us make synthetic fibers. Uranium, I guess we need uraninite to make uranium so that we can start playing around with nuclear materials. My guess is that we probably have to do that with the Cyclops? I don't know. Throw those in there. And we've got more than enough quartz to hold us for a little bit. I actually wanted to convert this into glass, and I wanted to start adding some windows to our base. We'll reinforce where we need to, but I feel like our base just does not have the visibility that I would like if I was living underground. I'd like to be able to stare out into the ocean every now and again. It seems like fun to me. We need lithium and titanium. Oh, we don't need... I thought plasteel before required us to have... Pretty sure that before plasteel required us to have a bunch of the teeth that come from stalkers. But I guess I'm wrong for right now. I guess I'm... Oh my god, the cat is cleaning his anus on my foot. Great. Nothing like his little shit stamp making my life better. You could at least make it into, like, fun shapes, you know what I mean? Things that are like, you did good. Hooray for you, owner. Like, things that are a bit more fun. I don't know. Oh, it just puts in a little window right there. Can't really see out at anything right now. That window is actually kind of horrifying, all things considered. Why does the window... The window looks like it's actually got some kind of... color bleaching effect. Either way, we're out of time. My name is Splattercat. We got torpedoes installed on this Beezy. We did a good job here today. I will show you where you can go to get the Seamoth upgrade thing once we get out that direction a little bit further. Basically, face the Aurora and turn a little bit left so that the Aurora is barely off the right-hand side of your screen and go in that direction, and you'll find a biome out there with, like, underwater sea dragon things. The sea dragons, if you see sea dragons, you're in the right area to find the upgrade modules. My name is Splattercat. This is Subnautica. Grab the game down below. I highly recommend it. I will see you all tomorrow. Hi, everybody.